Imagine living in a city where there is no snowstorm, no heat wave, no burning sun. A city wrapped in greenery all year round. A place where rain falls gently every night, just enough to wash the streets clean. Where mornings are calm, afternoons are comfortable, and nights are cool and breathable. A city where weather is no longer something you fear, endure, or escape from, but something carefully designed. At first, this idea sounds impossible, almost absurd. But history teaches us something important. Every impossible idea once sounded exactly like this. Is a climate-controlled city even possible? Today, we already control climate inside our homes, offices, malls, hospitals, and even underground tunnels. Air conditioning and heating are so normal that we barely think about them anymore. But just 100 years ago, climate control itself sounded like science fiction. People once believed humans could never fly. Electricity was dangerous and impractical, and the idea of climate-controlled indoor spaces was unrealistic. And yet, all of those ideas became ordinary. So the real question is not whether a climate-controlled city is possible, but how far human engineering can scale. Engineering the weather at city scale. Imagine a city surrounded by hundreds, or even thousands, of massive climate control systems. Giant fans, thermal exchangers, and atmospheric regulators work together as one system. In winter, they release warm air. In summer, they circulate cool air. Sensors continuously adjust temperature, humidity, airflow, and air quality. At night, controlled rainfall gently cleans the city, reducing dust, heat buildup, and pollution. This would not be weather manipulation in a science fiction sense. It would be large-scale environmental engineering, guided by physics, automation, and careful planning. Would this require massive energy? Absolutely. There is no denying it. Such a city would require enormous amounts of energy. But energy itself is not the true limitation people assume it is. Humanity is steadily moving toward fusion energy, advanced solar harvesting, next-generation nuclear power, and energy storage systems far more efficient than today's technologies. Even at a fundamental level, we know that matter itself contains extraordinary amounts of energy. A single grain of sand holds more energy than we currently know how to extract efficiently. The challenge is not energy scarcity, it is energy extraction, storage, and control. Those are engineering problems, not physical impossibilities. Would it harm the environment? Not necessarily. Large systems can be destructive when designed without care, and the fear is understandable. But with thoughtful planning, a climate-controlled city could actually reduce environmental damage. It could lower urban heat islands, improve air circulation, reduce pollution, minimize extreme weather deaths, and eliminate the inefficiency of millions of individual heating and cooling systems. Instead of isolated machines wasting energy, the city itself becomes one optimized organism. Done poorly, it would be harmful. Done intelligently, it could be transformative. Not tomorrow, not soon, but someday. This is not a proposal for next year. It is not even a vision for the next 10 or 20 years. But progress does not move in straight lines. It accelerates. Cities themselves were once unimaginable. Skyscrapers were once absurd. Air-conditioned homes were once fantasy. Every generation inherits yesterday's miracles and dares to imagine tomorrow's. Why dreaming matters. Before engineering comes belief. Before construction comes imagination. A climate-controlled city may sound unrealistic today, but so did electricity, flight, the internet, and space travel. Humanity has already tamed fire, harnessed electricity, split the atom, and connected the entire planet in real time. Engineering climate at the scale of a city is not impossible. It is simply unfinished. Final thought. The future does not belong only to what is practical today. It belongs to those who imagine boldly and build patiently. So yes, we can dream of a city without extreme cold or burning heat. A city wrapped in green. A city cleaned by rain. A city where climate is no longer an enemy. Not because it will happen soon, but because someday it might. And that is how every great transformation begins.